What is up? What is up? Good evening. Good evening. Happy Friday night. Got you. I wanted to make sure if you know what day it was. Happy Saturday night. Saturday Eve. Football's tomorrow. Football is tomorrow morning. We will be facing off the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's get that dub. What's up, Javier Rios? The first one in the house. What's up, brother? Let me make this a little bit bigger. Oh, that's too small. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me make that a little bit. Oh, too. All right. There we go. There we go. How you doing, guys? Welcome, welcome. Make sure to say hello. Make sure hello. We're going to do call-ins today. So if you want to call in and talk about the Niners and Jaguars game, this will be the opportunity for you to call in. It'll be the opportunity for you to have fun and just let me know how you feel about your 49er team. But before we go any further, do me a favor. Please wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button for your boy. Wipe those feet. Wipe those feet. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everyone is doing great. People are starting to come in. You can also follow me on Twitter at NinersSickness49. You can follow me on IG at NinersSickness. And you can follow me on Facebook at Niners Sickness. I have a group and a page that you're welcome to be part of. And for those that haven't done it already, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love. What's up, JBS? You know what? I don't like this font. Hold on real quick. Give me a second. All right, let's do it. I like this a little bit better. What's going on? Paul, how you doing, brother? Niners Escalate Empire chapter. Paul, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Dawn, hello. Welcome. Prayers continue to go to your friend Odin. I am continue to keep your friend Odin in prayer, Don. How is Jayla and Ariel doing? Say hello. Say hello. I wipe my feet. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Don, wipe your feet. Thank you. Roberto Hastings. What's up, brother? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So, this is a 49er Jaguar preview call-in show. And I'm going to see how many of you guys want to call in on the phone and talk to your boy, Niner Sickness, and express to me how you feel about your team. What's up, Josh? What's up, Faithful? Hope you're having a wonderful, blessed night. But I am having an amazing evening. Thank you for asking. Let's go, Niners. Let's get this W tomorrow. Absolutely. Excuse me. I had some pan dulce with some coffee, and it needs to stay down. What is going on to Larry Kinderman? How you doing, Larry? Welcome to the stream. My feet are clean, and I like the button is smashed. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Good. We had a busy day today with the pageant. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Busy day. So I'm going to open up the lines. If you guys want to call in, this is what you guys need to do. Give me a second. So what you guys need to do is you need to text, not call, but you need to text your number to area code 209-315-5744. So what happens is you text me your number, and then I will call you. This way, while we're on a chat and somebody else tries to call in, you don't hear that beep, beep, the next call on there. So text me your number to 209-315-5744, and I will call you accordingly as I receive the text. And you are welcome to call in and be part of the show. I should call it a text-in show instead of the call-in, the text-in show. David Williams. How you doing, David? Welcome, David. Welcome. We're keeping him in the prayers, Don. Make it or break it tomorrow. Make it or break it tomorrow. Better not relax against the Jags. I don't think they will, Javier. I think the Niners know what is at stake. They just got to run the ball. Now, I was watching the Jaguars versus the Colts game earlier today. And even though the offense of the Jaguars is terrible. They are terrible offensively. But their defense is pretty good, especially their linebacker and their Josh Allen, are pretty good. Are pretty good. So I hope and pray that you're right. The Niners do not overlook. The Niners need to make sure they do not overlook any of the Jags. Because if they do, we will be in trouble. But I think if the Niners just truthfully play their type of football, mistake-free, disciplined football, they don't turn over the ball. And that to me is key, ladies and gentlemen. They got to make sure they do not turn over the ball. If we can play disciplined football, good football, I really feel there's no way we can lose this game to the Jaguars unless we shoot ourselves in the foot. And at that point, anything can happen. Thank you, David. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. What's up, Mose Martinez? D-back disciples in the house. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. What's up, sickness? What's up, everyone? So, again, we're doing a text-in show. You text me your number. I call you, and you can be part of the show tonight, and we can discuss the preview of the 49ers versus Jaguars. What is up, JBX says? Give me a second. Why am I not able? Hold on, guys. Tomorrow we will see more of Trey Sermon as Wilson back up, and hopefully he shows everyone why we moved up in the third round to draft him. I hope so. I really believe we're going to see a lot of Wilson and not a lot of Trey Sermon. I don't know what it is with Trey. I just don't know why Kyle doesn't like Trey. Did you know that Trey Sermon is no longer following the 49ers on Twitter? He's no longer following the 49ers. He's no longer following other players on Twitter. Does Trey Sermon know something we don't know? One thing I was happy to hear, Devontae Harris is activated from the practice squad to the roster. I hope plays because Sunday he's a lot better than Josh Norman. He might be better than Josh Norman, but Josh Norman has been playing more football than Devontae Harris, so I don't expect him to overseed Devontae. Now, if he does really bad, then I can see him, overseeing him. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Hold on, guys. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I had the wrong settings. There we go. I think Mitchell is out tomorrow. Wilson, time to shine. In my opinion, it's time to cut Mostert. Well, the thing about Mostert, you don't need to cut him right now. He's on injured reserve. You're not going to save any money by cutting him right now. So why cut him when you can make that decision in the offseason? There's really no need to cut him right now, in my opinion. I hope the same Niners that showed up last Monday show up tomorrow. That's the $1 million question, Larry. Which 49ers are we getting? Are we getting the Cardinals 49ers, or are we getting the Rams 49ers? I am hoping that the 49ers found out their identity finally, that it's in the run game. I think that Jeff Wilson Jr. being healthy brings a more trust element to the run game for Kyle Shanahan. Now, it's not great that Mitchell got hurt. It's like, come on, guys. Mitchell has been playing by himself. You finally get Wilson healthy, and then Mitchell gets hurt. When are these guys going to stay healthy so they can play together? We need Mitchell and Wilson to continue to complement each other, not one replace the other. That is irritating. Did you know Kyler had one winning season? Kyler. Are you referring to Kyle? Kyle has had one winning season. But the thing about Kyle, though, the first season, I don't want to make excuses for Kyle. I don't. But Kyle, the first season he was revamping the whole roster. I mean, he bulldozed that roster and built it from the ground up. Then 2018 we traded for Jimmy. Then he gets hurt. Then we have a good season. The best season and the healthiest season was 2019, and you saw the results of that season. Now this season's not quite over yet. It's not quite over. We don't know how this season is going to end. Hopefully it ends better. To me, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Bro, come on. Sermon sucks, Beto. Let's keep it real. How does he suck if he's never played? I mean, the little bit that he's played, he's carried it for 4.5 yards per carry, 4.5 yards per carry. That tells me he carries the ball very well. In order for a person to suck, they have to be on the field and not be productive. But if they don't get the carries, I mean, how can somebody suck when they don't get the carries? Give him the ball, let's see what he does, and then you might be right, Mike. You might be right. Maybe he does suck, but at least give him the opportunity to suck, if that makes any sense. But to feel that he sucks when he don't even get the ball, it's kind of, I don't know. Tom says, good evening, Beto. What's up, Tom? Good afternoon. Mitchell is out. Yeah. It's tough, man. Having Jeff Wilson Jr. in there should be, but I really wanted to see Mitchell out there, man. We need Mitchell. Luis Moreno. What's up, Luis? What's up, boy, first time on your YouTube channel. Right on. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell, Mr. Moreno, so that you will see my show each and every time I go live. Appreciate it. If everybody can do me a favor, like I like to say, please wipe your feet by smashing that like button. If everyone can go over and smash the like button, I would appreciate that. Welcome to the show, Luis Moreno, on my YouTube channel at least. Thank you for coming over from Facebook. Mike H says, Mostert, Mitchell, Wilson, Hasty. That's hella nasty. We don't need any more running backs. Yeah. And let's see here. And you forgot about Sermon. Sermon should be in there. Niners should be able to blow this team out. Well, listen, their offense is not that great. But their defense is with Josh Allen, is pretty damn good. So, their defense concerns me a little bit in the pass rush, especially at the right side with Tom Compton. Can the Niners game plan and try to move the ball and get it out of Jimmy's hands quickly, the way they did against the Rams, against the Jaguars? They're going to need to get the ball out of Jimmy's hands. They cannot afford to rely on Jimmy. Jimmy's a good quarterback, but not a great. I'd rather run the ball. I understand we're missing Elijah Mitchell. I know he's out. But we have Wilson. And I hope Kyle gets Trey Sermon involved in tomorrow's game. I hope he plays, man. Come on, Kyle. Wilson already proved he can handle the load last year versus the Patriots when he ran for 112 yards, 3 TDs. Sadly, he had to exit the game with an injury, but he was a bulldozer in that Patriot game. But remember, he's coming back from injury. This is what concerns me. You got a running back that's coming back from injury, and you got a running back that is fully healthy in Sermon. Why in the world would you put more load on a running back that is coming back from injury opposed to a running back that is healthy? This is why I hope Kyle gives Wilson a balanced load with having Sermon participate. But if Wilson gets the ball for the majority of the time, that will definitely let me know Trey Sermon won't be here next year. How are you going to give the ball to a player that is coming back from injury more touches than a player that is completely healthy? $38-6. Now I'm having a competition for a free gift. You got to email me tomorrow before tomorrow's game. You can still do it. Send me an email to ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com. ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com. And send me an email and give me your prediction for tomorrow's game. As long as that email gets in before the game starts, you are eligible to play. So if you want to play in winning a prize, send your boy Niner Sickness an email at ninersicknesspodcast@yahoo.com and give me your prediction. And you will be eligible to play as long as it's done before kickoff. What's up, J Mouse? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Easy, guys. Easy. Sermon rushes for 1 to 2 yards per carry. He has no vision. He is not explosive. He's already had his chance to show us if he's a natural. I don't think he's gotten his true opportunity, but I can respect your opinion. Don't mean I agree with it, but I can respect it. What's up, Loath the Truth 05? How did Trey Sermon prove anybody anything when he never plays? Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. How is he a bad running back when he hasn't really got the opportunity to be a bad running back? I understand. Maybe he doesn't work out. Maybe he's not a good running back. But you got to give him the opportunity to prove himself in order for him to qualify to be a back running back. Excuse me. Yo, what's up, CJ Ruthless Sports? What's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. David Williams says, I think we win in a close game, 27-24. Make sure to send me an email with those predictions if you want to take an opportunity to win a prize tomorrow. I will be announcing the winner on Tuesday's show. What's up, Aaron? 49ers First Takes. How you doing, sir? Coming through to say hi, Beto. I'm so freaking tired from work today. Just want to bless your show and thanks for coming on my first roundtable. Listen, Aaron, get your rest, brother. Get your rest. Have a good day tomorrow at work. If you're working tomorrow or if you're just going to enjoy the game, I appreciate your support. We are all family here. All the YouTubers, content creators, and the viewers, we all support one another and we're all becoming friends. So I was glad to be on your first roundtable. Hopefully we can do it again, bro. It was fun. And thank you for stopping by my show, bro. Always truly appreciate it. Luke Luna is in the house. What's up, Luke Luna? Brother, watching the Jazz game on my phone. Here to say hi and wipe my feet. Thank you, sir. Wish this was earlier. I'm putting the baby to sleep. I'd love to call in. Faithful. Like, sub, share. Good night. Thank you, Luke Luna. Thank you for swinging by, brother. Much love and respect. I remember the days we're putting the babies to sleep. That's a far, far thing from me now. But I remember those days, brother. So that's a job within itself. But thank you for stopping by and showing some love. Tony Smith, what's up, Tony? With the team we have now, I wish we still had Salah. I don't know. I think it's still too early to give up on D'Amico Ryans. I think D'Amico Ryans, for the most part, he's been doing okay. You got to remember, it's his first time as a defensive coordinator. He needs to continue. You develop a certain, how would I put this? It's like when you start your job, whatever job you're at, you got to find your comfort zone. Once you find your comfort zone and doing what you do, it becomes second nature. And then you just handle your business. D'Amico Ryan hasn't arrived there yet. He's trying to find himself as the coordinator of the 49ers. He's trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, and he's trying to juggle all that together. First-time coordinators always have a tough year. But year two is always the best way to judge a coordinator that has never been a coordinator before. If you remember, now I understand Robert Saleh had a worse defensive, referring to the roster, than D'Amico. But Robert Saleh struggled quite a bit his first year as well. So I'm not ready to give up on on D'Amico yet. I gotta watch and see what D'Amico does towards the finish off these 7 games. Listen, we had a bad defensive play against the Cardinals, and D'Amico Ryan pretty much cleaned it up against the Rams. I mean, the Rams only scored 10 points. 7 points in the second quarter and 3 points in the fourth quarter, meaning the Niners defense shut that offense completely down for the first quarter and the third quarter. That's not bad. So to me, D'Amico Ryans is still finding himself. He's still building his persona, his character, and trying to define who he's going to be in this defense. But I like what he's doing. So I'm not ready to give up on D'Amico quite yet. But I understand why you miss Robert Saleh, Tony. Luke Luna. Oh, and as always, go Niners. Watch, like I said earlier, they will pass more in this game, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Preserve the goods for the goods. Jags are not it. Offensively, like I said, I just got finished watching the Jaguars versus the Colts. And my goodness, that offense of the Jaguars is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But Josh Allen, that linebacker, number 44, I forgot his name. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. They bring in the pressure. So we're going to have to get the ball out of Jimmy's hands quickly. Jimmy cannot hold on to the ball, which is one of his strong points. That's one thing about Jimmy. That is one of his strong points. He gets the ball out quickly. So it'll be interesting, Luke. I'll be looking out for that. You're saying that we're going to pass more than run. I believe we're going to run. We're going to have more running attempts than passing. Me. But you're saying more passing. That's an interesting take, and I'm going to keep that in mind, Luke, while I watch the game tomorrow. If for whatever reason the Jags pull this off, D'Amico got to go. I ain't watching no more Niners ball until, wow. I don't really understand why you have it in for D'Amico, Mike. I mean, that's your prerogative. That's what you want to do. But to me personally, D'Amico hasn't, I mean, he's not that bad. We had some bad games, but overall, I don't know if you're looking at the all-22, Mike, or if you're just looking at the game on Sunday. Because the game on Sunday can be misleading. It really can. You got to look at the all-22 and break it down to get a better perspective of what the coordinators are doing. So, is D'Amico where I want him to be? No. But is he as bad as you think he is? I don't think he is. I'm interested in knowing, though, who else here in the chat think D'Amico Ryans is not a good coordinator. I'm interested to see how many others think like Mike does. How many here feel that D'Amico Ryans has not been keeping up to par in this defense? I'm curious to know. Lewis says, if Sermon is a bad running back, he wouldn't be on the team. Remember, all the backs they cut at the beginning of the season. Yeah, personally, I think, Lewis, that that Sermon just is having a tough time blocking. I think Kyle wants him to learn how to block more. He knows he can run. He knows he can pound the ball. But he needs him to be that blocking running back on passing games. Sometimes you cannot change running backs. So you have to make sure that you have your running back that can not only run the ball, but can also block for passing downs. And I think that's what an area where Sherman is lacking in. And I think Kyle wants him to build that aspect of his game. Once he does that, he'll get more opportunities. But you're right, he's still on the team. He hasn't been cut. Do you think Trey will get anything to go to? Do you think Trey will get anything? Go to bed, church tomorrow. Nice talk. Trey Sermon or Trey Lance? I'm assuming you're talking about Sermon. That's a tough question to answer, David. It really is, because the truth is, you don't know what to expect with Kyle. You really don't. We're really going to find out tomorrow, though, how much Trey matters or doesn't matter to Kyle. Because reality, even if Wilson can carry the rock, he is coming off an injury. And what makes sense is to put the weight on the player that is healthier, which is Sermon. So if Wilson gets more carries than Sermon, I mean, that's just not a good thing for Sermon. So we'll find out tomorrow. But to be honest with you, I don't know if you'll get any snaps tomorrow. I hope so. And by the way, have a good evening. Have a good night, bro. Enjoy church tomorrow. Going to church is always a great thing. So enjoy your evening. Thank you for stopping by, David. I agree with Tony being Salah back and give the Jets Ryans. It doesn't work that way, Mike. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to take D'Amico Ryans as a head coach of the Jets. And unfortunately, we don't have a genie in a bottle where we can rub and Robert Saleh trades places with D'Amico Ryans. In a perfect world, that probably could happen, but I'm not in the world that we're living in. Tony Smith says, I am not saying D'Amico Ryans is bad. Wow, D'Amico is bad. I'm just saying I wish we still had Saleh. You know, it's funny because obviously it's not you, Tony, because you want Robert Saleh back. But you'll be amazed of how many 49er fans wanted Robert Saleh out of here. Get rid of Robert Saleh. Get rid of him. So there's never going to be any head coach or any coordinator or any quarterback or any positional player that is completely going to satisfy everybody. Either they're going to like you or they're going to hate you. And to me, Robert Saleh did establish himself here in San Francisco. Great defense. But I don't think D'Amico Ryans is that far off. I think D'Amico Ryans is going to be an excellent coordinator. You just got to give him time. I mean, we only played how many games in the year? He doesn't have Javon Kinlaw. He doesn't have D Ford. He's relying completely on Bosa. DJ Jones is up and down. Streets is terrible. Arden Key is starting to get his ground. Maurice Hurst has been injured. Curry, whatever his name is, hasn't even played. We have a bad secondary. I mean, D'Amico Ryans is coaching Josh Norman and Kirkpatrick. Although Kirkpatrick is gone, but you gotta look at what D'Amico Ryans is playing with. Who does he have? Greenlaw has been out. So a lot of key players have been out on defense, and D'Amico Ryans, in my opinion, is doing his best with what he has at hand. So to me, he deserves a little bit more love. But that's just me. With Eli Mitchell being out, we will see Debo more involved in the rushing attack, like last week, and Juice be more involved in the passing game. Now, the thing about using Debo as a running back, even though I love the play calls from Kyle, I don't want Debo to get hurt. Especially if we make the playoffs. Especially if we get into the playoffs. I don't want Debo to get hurt. And the more you use Debo as a running back, the more you put him in a position to get hurt. Now, I'm not saying to be afraid of that, but I'm saying just to monitor it, use him as a receiver more than a running back. If you want to call a few plays here and there and use him as a running back, that's fine. But you don't want Debo replacing Mitchell in this game. Now, what do you guys think about this? Do you guys feel that maybe tomorrow they may be more plays for Trey Lance? Do you think Trey Lance may get the opportunity to do his thing running in the absence of Elijah Mitchell? Now, I can see Trey Lance coming in here and there and helping us move the ball on the ground. What are your thoughts on that, ladies and gentlemen? Lance is the worst rookie quarterback in this year's draft. Mike, I don't understand. I don't understand. It almost seems like you're not a Niner fan, bro. I'm sorry. I don't understand your perspective. Trey Lance, let's see. Trey Lance is the worst quarterback of the class. Well, hello, he hasn't played. Trey Lance was not brought in to be a starting quarterback. Kyle Shanahan never said that Trey Lance was going to be a starting quarterback. He never said he was going to be in competition for the starting role. We all knew that Trey needed to be taught. Trey needed to sit. Trey hasn't had an opportunity to show anybody if he's going to be good quarterback or not in the NFL. He's played one game. And truth be told, that game against Arizona, he wasn't bad. He was pretty damn good. And he almost won that game against Arizona. So how you say he's trash is beyond me, bro. Honestly, that's your opinion, Mike. I don't agree with it. I respect your opinion. I don't agree with it, though. I don't understand how you can say he's trash. You just don't like him. That's just the bottom line. But the guy did not come in this year to play. Every positional player, especially the quarterback, year 3, okay? After year 3, come and talk to me. Once Trey Lance has 3 years under his belt, we can assess where he's at compared to the other quarterbacks, if you like. But the guy only played one game, and he's come in a few plays here and a few plays there. How in the hell is he not a good You know what? I spoke enough on that shit. Sorry, excuse my language. We have no corners. Our interior D lineman can't make a push to stop the run. That's not D'Amico's fault. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Luke Luna, I think you may be right. Jimmy might be passing more. Interesting. Now, I'm not disagreeing with Luke Luna. Okay, just make sure we understand that. I think we're going to run more, but I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying, no, Luke, no. I mean, if they pass more, I'll be like, whoa, okay. Oh, okay. Wow. As long as we win, hey, I don't care. I think D'Amico is doing pretty good for his first. Thank you, Javier. Thank you. I don't understand the hate on D'Amico, the hate on Trey Lance. That's ridiculous to me, bro. Ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. We won't have to worry about the ball going to that offense. I think we run about 25 times. We don't have to chew clock as much against this team. Probably because they're probably going to be giving the ball back to us a lot because that offensive team is terrible. The Jaguars, at least what I saw against the, even against the Colts, the Bills, that offense was terrible. Against the Colts, offense is terrible. They had a chance to win and beat the Colts, and they fumbled the ball and gave the Colts pretty much gave the Colts the win. D'Amico Ryan needs time to develop like Saleh did. Remember, Saleh was getting crucified. Thank you, JBX, in 2017 and 2018 until 2019. So we have to be patient with D'Amico. Listen, absolutely. The thing about it is, he had a bad game against Arizona, right? The tackling was terrible. Now, in my opinion, we were missing Jimmy Ward badly. We were missing Jimmy Ward badly on that secondary. Wilson is not a good safety. Hufanga was lost. Without the leadership of Jimmy Ward, Hufanga was lost. If you look at Hufanga's play against Arizona and his play against the Rams, Hufanga plays with more confidence while Jimmy Ward is leading than if somebody's calling me, text me your number because I don't know if you're calling into the show or someone else is just calling me to talk to me and they don't know that I'm doing a show. So like JBX says, you got to give D'Amico Ryans an opportunity to become his own person in this defense. Tony says, I agree with Javier Rios. He's not doing bad for his first season. Yes, he's not. He adjusted from the Cardinals game to the Rams game. Complete adjustment. Now, we had Jimmy Ward in that game, but it was a complete adjustment, and D'Amico Ryan was able to do better. And you always want your players, or definitely you want your coordinators to get better in each game. I don't think D'Amico has been the problem. I look more at Kyle. Okay. Well, Kyle has definitely been the longer. Kyle needs to take advantage of the team's weaknesses, and the Jags have a bad secondary. A pass coverage against the Rams. They don't like physical games. Some teams, we don't want to get the ball. Jags average 14 points a game. Apologize, and my birds are getting crazier. My wife must have turned the light on to do something in the kitchen, and when the light's on, they start hawking more. Meant to say D'Amico. I got you, bro. I really like D'Amico. He's a rookie. Are there same fans going to say they want Trey gone after 10 games? No, I would hope not. He shut down Arizona with all their players and Rams, Eagles with backups. Yep. Is Mike H. even a Niner fan? Yeah, I won't kick him out because he's just voicing his opinion. As long as he keeps it respectful, he's entitled to stay here. That's it. We don't have to agree with him, but it is his opinion. As long as he keeps it perspective, he's welcome to be here like everyone else, Lewis. But I don't agree with him. At least not with his comments tonight. Are you on? Okay, nobody's on drugs. Keep it easy. Nobody attack anybody. Listen, All we have to do is make sure we don't agree with someone. That's fine, but we don't have to call them out either. I think Trey Lance is good, and he needs to be in the game. He needs more. I mean, I agree. I don't think you should take over the game. I don't think he should take over for Jimmy. But I think a few plays, maybe 5 or 6 plays per game as he develops more will be good for him. Eric Paz, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Tart is back, baby. Right on. How about Greenlaw? Pinor, it's me. Okay, you were calling. All right, well, let me call you back then. And I'll have you on my show. Normally, I ask people to text me. Instead of call me. But let me go ahead and call you. And let's get you on the show. What's up, Pinar?
Am I live?
What's up, brother? How you doing? Yeah, you're live.
Oh, shoot. Okay, my bad. I was already going to go do something. Okay, first of all, I was going to call you to let you know about those, the Pats. I did not mean to cut. I think his name was Venom. Venom was actually in there. I tried. I don't know why, but I looked at the comment section before, and I wanted to say that I don't want to win nothing. I just want to answer it the right way, or the right answer. And Venom's actually the winner, bro. I have to give it to Venom because he actually was dying to get the Pats that you had.
I would have now. You're gonna make me go back to that show, bro, and look at who he is.
Because Venom was the second guy.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Reach out to him, and can you have him send me an email?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell Aaron to do it.
Okay.
I'll tell Aaron to do it. But
I don't know who that is either.
Let's talk about football.
Yeah. So let's get back to this game tomorrow.
Yeah. I actually wanted. Did you want to talk about the game?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's why we're on here, bro.
Okay. Okay. So, well, first of all, how do you think it's going to play out? Do you think we're going to be the good Niners or we're going to be the stupid Niners? How do you think?
I don't think. I personally myself, I don't think this game against the Rams was a fluke. I think it was a turning point. I think Kyle had enough, and Kyle was trying to be cute in a lot of ways. And Kyle said, "You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to go back to the way that I was doing it before." But then again, we always play the Rams good. We always have the Rams number. So even if we're playing bad in other games, it seems like we're playing like a Super Bowl team against the Rams. So are the Rams, even though the Rams are good, a good team, but for us, are they a true matchup for us to realize, you know what, we're good or we're not good? Because we, even last year with a lot of our backups, our JB players last year, we beat the Rams in their house. So is the Rams truly a measuring tool to let us know how good the Niners really are or could be? Or is it just the Rams that we play good? We're going to find out tomorrow, bro. I want to see the intensity that we come out. If we come out with a high intensity, taking control like we did the Rams, we're definitely going to continue on tomorrow from Monday night. If we start slow and start doing these crazy gadget things, then, oh, man, we're going to revert back to the Arizona game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that we need to adapt the run game. I get it that Mitchell isn't going to play and all that, but, you still have Wilson right there. You still have Thurman right there. You need to utilize Thurman, because it's embarrassing that you haven't really used him as much and you traded up for that guy. So it'd be nice to see more of him. As far as Hasty goes, Hasty, I don't know if it's because we haven't fed him the ball enough, or I don't know if it's because we're not utilizing him the right way, but I can't make up any excuses. To me, he's underperforming this season, and I thought that, watching the preseason games, I thought that he was going to have more of an impact, as maybe a backup after all the injuries previous with, Mostert and Jeff Wilson being out. So, for him, I'm giving him a D grade so far this season. Sermon, I can't get mad at him because Kyle isn't using him. So I guess I'll give him you're a C for now. I mean, or not even. You're just an NA because I can't really say anything about you.
Yeah, how can you grade him if he hasn't really played?
Yeah. So it's like I know that you can average 4 yards a carry, so I can only go off of that for your highest performance so far. But as far as what I see, you just have to figure out a way, Kyle. There's no excuse, Kyle, because the thing is, at the end of the day, just because they beat the Bills doesn't give you an excuse to lose to this team. No way, dude. You have to take care of business because this team is more than beatable. So I just think that Kyle has to. If from here on out, it's Kyle, really. I mean, we all know who Jimmy Garoppolo is at the end of the day, and honestly, I'm getting tired of us always discussing the Jimmy and Trey thing. At the end of the day, I personally can live with Jimmy playing for the rest of the season because I know that Trey eventually will be the guy. I know he'll be the guy because you can't stop him from being the guy. I believe in him that much. I know he's going to fight, and eventually he'll get his opportunity rightfully to carry this team. And then if Jimmy is playing, I don't care for Jimmy. I will admit I hate him. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm a Niner fan, and if he's winning as a Niner, I will not be as pissed off as some other people. And I think that we need to be Niner fans here, and just we should want to win. Even though sometimes I want us to lose just to get to the end of some of the discussions here about developing Trey and figuring out if Kyle's the head coach or not. But I think that there's a lot more than that we need to discuss later. But for this game, there's no damn excuse. Kyle needs to go in there with a great game plan. The players need to execute. We need to win this game. And by the way, he needs to figure out how to start utilizing Ayuk and Kittle way more often than he's using Debo. I love Debo and his game. He's very fun to watch. But there should be no reason why the other guys aren't being utilized if you're a so-called a genius, Kyle. So that's pretty much what I have to say. Oh, you know what? One more thing before I did. What's your thoughts on the defense?
On the Niners defense?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll answer that in a bit. Just real quick on the statement about Brandon Ayuk and the rest of the guys. I think that's that's not too much on Kyle. I think it's just a lot on Jimmy G not truly being able to throw that deep ball. So they do all do all the closer. I think if we had Trey Lance, once he's completely developed, I'm not saying right now, but once he's our quarterback and once he's the guy running the show, you're going to see more of Ayuk being used properly, and because this guy's he likes to go long, and that's one of the things about Ayuk, and you're not using him properly, in my opinion. So I think it's a lack of Jimmy's arm why they're not being utilized as much, but that's just my opinion. And then on the defense,
no, that's fair. That's fair. Hold on. Well, one thing I will say to that, you are correct on saying that because he is the one operating the offense, and we have seen plays before, on the all 22 of Ayuk being open in the downfield, not even in the middle of the field. So Jimmy can't make certain throws. So I think that's very fair to say. I that goes over my head sometimes that Jimmy is the guy operating everything, and it's not Kyle. But for me, to me, at the end of the day, it's like, Kyle, this is who you're starting.
Exactly.
That's how I look at it. But you are right. You are right in you saying what you're saying. So, I totally agree with you, 100%.
Yeah.
What do you think about defense?
And the defense, we're really lacking. I don't like the wide nine in the first place. Myself personally, I think especially with the defensive tackles that we have right now that are not really stepping up, we're really missing Javon Kinlaw. Forget about the sacks. Regardless of whether he can get sacks or not, one thing we know is that he's a huge man. They can take two defenders and push them around. DJ Jones, Streets, and Kevin Givens, they have been tossed like rat dogs back there. And a lot of people like to blame and say that Fred Warner has been having a down year. Oh, Fred Warner hasn't been playing his stuff now that he got paid. Listen, it's hard for Fred Warner to do his job when the D tackles in front of him are not doing theirs. He needs to be available and clean so he can roam sideline to sideline. But when he has to take on guards, it's not going to be easy for him. So the lack of defensive tackles right now and their performance is the reason why Greenlaw is not playing supposedly great to some people's perspective. Now, defensively, we're putting all our eggs on Bosa. Bosa's the only one that really is putting pressure on the quarterback. Yes, we got Arden Key that helped out against the Rams. But we don't get that push only from one side, which is Bosa. And you have to have the push from both sides. The guy that we picked up from the Rams, Ecobom, has not performed the way we expected him to. So maybe the kid that we brought from Houston, he looked kind of okay when he played a few plays. Hopefully he'll develop into that pass rusher. But until we can complement Bosa and the front, we're going to struggle putting pressure on the quarterback. So, and people say, wow, okay, fine. If we cannot pass rush with our front four, then DeMeco Ryans should dial up blitzes, right? But why or how are you going to dial up blitz when your secondary sucks because of your corners? When you have Josh Norman back there, do you really want to expose him by bringing in a safety? You need all the help you can get out there. That's why you don't see that many blitz from DeMeco, is because he doesn't have the personnel to run that secondary, in my opinion. If he had Jason Verrett and Mosley playing out there, you better damn believe he would be blitzing Hufanga or Tard or whoever more, even K1 Williams. But we don't have that strength in our secondary. So why are you going to put them in jeopardy by blitzing and taking away from the secondary, in my opinion?
I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense. The way I look at our defense is, I think that it's inconsistent on both sides. Some people say that the D line is doing the best job. Some people are saying that the secondary is doing the best job. And to me, I think that sometimes it's on and off. Sometimes I think that Emmanuel Mosley has a great game. Sometimes I think it's sometimes whatever, But at the end of the day, I think that Bosa does need help on the other side. And I hope that Amenahu, I think that's his name, I really hope that he just, he does great for us, because the thing about certain players that we bring to this team, like let's just say Ebukam was brought here because they thought that his traits would translate in this, scheme that they have going on, this new scheme about the defense. But the thing is, it's not translating very well. And I get it that he had a big sack in the Bears game, I believe? Or I think it was the Bears game.
I think it's the Bears, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that. I mean, that's nice, but I mean, where's that consistency, bro? Why can't I get that every game? I'm not saying I want you to be Reggie White. I'm not saying I want you to be Von Miller in his prime. What I'm saying is I need consistency for at least you providing pressure. Give the offensive line someone to pay attention to rather than just being Bosa,
Exactly.
And I think that, and I think that, partially what you're saying is correct when it comes to Fred Warner, because I think that Fred could do better, but at the same time, I think that he does need help. Because sometimes I think that I forget that Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman were as great as they were. Sometimes I feel like we were just spoiled for having both those guys because it set the bar high. It made the needle go extremely high for what we expect at the linebacker position. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when Fred Warner does bad, how often did we see Patrick and Navarro do bad? It was very rare. And those guys were just built differently. And the NFL was a completely different game at that point. So today, Fred, to me, sometimes I do blame him for certain things like not being lined up in the right positioning. Sometimes he's a second or two off from reading the running lanes, and he just allows the running back sometimes to go past him. But then I can't necessarily blame him for everything either, because you're correct that, we don't have the best nose tackles to just get two people on them so Fred Warner could roam free and get tackled. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there is some truth to that. I just really wish the defense as a whole could step up. It doesn't have to be one person's problem here that we can point at. How about it's everybody's damn problem? Because if everybody did their job, then we could easily just blame one person for saying, okay, you didn't do your job because everybody else, all 10 of them were doing their job and you didn't, because we could see it on film. But no, it's multiple people not doing their job sometimes. And I feel like it just we want to point at Fred because of that money. And I think that, there is some things that I do have a problem with Fred, but I can't just sit here and say it's just him solely that's the issue.
Correct.
I think that there's some games actually where he is good, But the thing is, I just, it just sucks because Bosa is the best player on the defense, in my opinion. But the thing is, it's a lot of people should be closer. A lot of people should be closer, like Armstead. Like Armstead isn't thought of as a leader on this team, but yet we want to look at other people and say, why aren't you being a leader, Fred Warner? Why aren't you being a leader, Jimmy? It's like, well, Armstead's been here just as long as Jimmy Ward. How come you guys don't look at him for those kind of roles either? A lot of people need to step up. So, the thing is...
And to your point real quick, Pinor, is right now Fred Warner's missing his... I forgot his name. Not Patrick Willis. Navarro Bowman. He's missing his Navarro Bowman and Greenlaw.
Oh, okay. I get you.
He's missing his Greenlaw compliments. In my opinion, Greenlaw compliments Fred Warner a lot. I have nothing against Aziz. Aziz is a great linebacker. He's a great hitter, but he's not good in coverage. He misses a lot of tackles. And Fred Warner has to do a little bit too much. When he has Greenlaw, knowing that Greenlaw is going to tackle, he's going to cover sideline to sideline. He's not going to miss as many tackles as Aziz. Fred Warner now can do his job and not worry about the other person's job, and he plays better. So once we get Greenlaw back, you're going to see a little bit more out of Fred, because now he don't have to worry about his job and the other guy's job. He can just concentrate on his. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it definitely does, because you have to have some type of balance whenever, like, let's just say, because have you played linebacker when you're in high school or anything, or anything like that? Or you just know because you watch the games?
No, believe it or not, I play linebacker and tight end in high school.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you know how gritty it gets. You know that, it's not just a one-man job when it's a linebacker. Whether it's strong side, or the weak side linebacker, there's different terminology for what they call these linebackers and the sides of the field. But at the end of the day, you do need to have that balance of the other linebackers doing their job to get other linebackers free to make tackles. And I think that, there is a thing with Greenlaw that possibly when he gets, added to this defense that, hopefully it does give Fred Warner a little bit more leeway to get free, a little bit more time to figure out, how to make a play, because I think that, I haven't looked at the all 22 in the last two games, but it is possible because, let's face it, the nose tackles, they're not the best that we have this year, and they get free and they touch Fred, and Fred isn't the most physical guy. He just isn't. People, they have to realize that Fred just isn't as physical as Patrick. Fred isn't as physical as Navarro, but Fred is special still. Fred is still special because he can pass coverage like a damn safety, a damn corner out there, that's a nickel corner, let's just say, right? He knows what to do as far as the pass coverage, but sometimes I feel like, damn, I wish you were more physical, but at the end of the day, I think that, we could talk all night about what Fred is and Fred isn't. But at the end of the day, we know the potential of Fred. We know the potential of the defense if they allow Fred to have better opportunities. And I just think that, we could play way better than this. There's no need to just blame Fred for everything.
No, absolutely. But, absolutely. There are 11 players on defense, bro. And one thing I like about Bill Belichick, he always preaches, he doesn't want a superstar. He doesn't want a one good player. He wants blue-collar players. He wants players that does their job, and just that's what he preaches. Just do your job. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to impress me. Don't try to be the hero. Just do your job, because as simple as it is, if you just do your job and all 11 players do their job, as a whole, you're going to do something. instead of one player trying to be the hero and screw it up for everybody else. So I agree with you. It's not just one person's fault. Now, there can be certain players like Josh Norman who had the penalty because he was fighting with the coach. That within itself is just idiotic in his part. He hurt us that way.
Yeah.
But overall, it is a team sport. Ultimately, a team sport, and it takes all 11 players on both sides of the ball to do their job in order for us to be able to do what we need to do and play good games. But you're right. Not everybody. Now, we do know this. Some players have bad games. Some players have good games. And it's okay to acknowledge that. But overall, we need all players to do their job if we want to win games and be successful.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think that, from, some of the best advice that I've ever been given, when I was playing football and stuff like that, but it applies to everything in life for me. And when you watch a game, guys, and you look at a player, there's two things you can always judge on a player. There's two things, and this goes for anything in life too, is just, you doing your daily thing. It's your attitude and your effort. You always can judge those two things. You can judge someone's attitude about something. Let's just say if they're in a bad situation or they're in a good situation or whatever, right? You can judge the way their attitude is about that situation, and I think that for this being a weird year, in my opinion, it's a mediocre year so far. They still have to get this outside of a hole, and so I'm satisfied with this team because I'm not. You might have beaten the Rams, but I'm not satisfied just yet. You need to keep winning, and then maybe I'll think about it. So the way I think about, players like Fred and players like Jimmy Ward, even, I really like their attitude still. And I still have a lot of belief in them and stuff like that. But, and then it comes from their effort, Throughout life, you control those two things, guys. Your attitude and your effort within anything. There's no excuses for you not to put both those things together in any decision you make. And whenever I look at football players, I think that that's some of the biggest things I look at. How's your body language? For your attitude that I'm judging. How are you looking on the sideline? Are you yelling at players? Are you talking to them? Are you motivating them? And as far as your effort goes, I'm looking at the game here. How are you whenever a guard comes into your face? Are you giving the effort and hitting that fat boy and pushing him back and getting to the running back? Are you doing your job and holding two linemen so the next linebacker can get free and tackle him in the backfield, and you made the play that really counted? Those kind of things I look at in the game, and I really enjoyed the way we looked against the Rams. I really do. And, I just hope that, it does transfer to every other game this year. Hopefully that's the spark that we needed to get that run because, a lot of people at the end of the day, they know me as a trade guy. But again, I said it, I might not like Jimmy, but at the end of the day, I am a Niner fan. And if we win and we beat teams' asses, you better believe I'm happy about that. Because I think that the most important thing Kyle could do from here on out is to provide that winning culture and start proving us wrong. Because I've said it that I'm done with Kyle, I'm done with John Lynch, but you could certainly change my mind if you start adding this winning culture and you transfer it to next season. And next season we have to be a more improved team. I don't want this team that drafts players and you don't even use them.
Correct.
I don't need you having draft busts. I don't need you with your pettiness whenever, someone's asking you a question in the pressers. Change our minds. Challenge us. Challenge yourself. There's no reason why you can't prove us wrong. So just do it. Don't be scared to prove anybody wrong. And I think with Kyle, sometimes I look at him like he's a brat with a silver spoon in his mouth. But, he could certainly change that just by his attitude and his effort, And I think that, I'm really looking forward to the morning. I'll make my coffee, head over to the family's house, watch the game, have some few beers, So it's going to be nice.
See, I like your attitude, bro, in a sense where as a fan, and you as a fan are entitled to your feelings. You don't like Kyle right now. You don't like John Lynch. And you're like, I just don't like him as a head coach. I don't like him as a general manager. But if he turns this around, if he proves me that they can actually do something, then you are mad enough to say, okay, I don't like him, but now they're doing things differently. They're coaching better. They're running the team better. We're winning. and you're able to turn it around. Some people just don't like somebody, even if they're doing good. I just don't like them, and that's kind of harsh. But you're saying is I don't like what Kyle has been doing so far because of the outcome of the game, and that's very understandable. You know, if you know, we're Niner fans, bro, but we shouldn't be like what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word.
Hateful.
Not hateful, but there's a word where
Is it
you
hateful?
no, there's a word when you just kiss ass to the Niners all the time. No matter, they can't do no wrong.
Oh, Homer.
Homer, thank you. You don't want to be a homer. You want
Ronaldo
to.
guy.
You want to be. You want. Yeah. Listen, I like Jimmy when Jimmy does good, and I'm going to talk when he doesn't do too good. I like when players do good, and I'm going to talk highly about them. But then I'm going to criticize them when they don't do good. As a fan, I'm entitled to do that, and so is you. So homers, no matter what Jimmy does, Jimmy's great. No matter what John Lynch does, John Lynch and Kyle, they're great. No, they're not. John Lynch has made some bonehead moves. Going after Solomon Thomas, instead of getting the quarterback from Clemson at the time, was dumb.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Especially he had won 2 championships. Deshaun Watson, correct. Trading for the guy that we got this year out of the Rams, Ecobomb, instead of going after the kid that went from Arizona to the Carolina Panthers. He's a better linebacker than the one we got. Stuff like that. And then Kyle doesn't put his players always in best positions to win. And you're absolutely right. He needs to be criticized when criticism is there. The fact that you got to love Kyle and you got to love the York or anybody. No, if you're putting a product that I'm enjoying to watch, I'm going to support it and I'm going to back you up. But if you're putting garbage for me to watch, I'm not going to back you up. Absolutely not. So I like people that are real, bro. I like people that speak their minds and are not homers and not afraid to speak out. You know, Jimmy's great because they're living in 2019. Well, we're not in 2019 anymore. We're in 2021. What have you done for me lately? That's what I want to know. I don't care what Jimmy did in 20. I don't care what Jimmy did against the Saints. Right? I want to know what I want. I want the Jimmy that played against the Rams. That's the Jimmy I want. But who cares about the Saints game? That's no longer here. So I agree with you. Give credit when credit is due, Panor, but then also criticize when criticism is due. Correct?
Yeah, I agree 100%, man.
Yeah, I can't stand homers, bro.
Yeah, me too. Especially me, man. So the thing with me is like, I think that as fans we should do our best to be, not as biased as possible. Just throw all the bias out the window. Just say what it is, whatever. And let's just say that if you do think that Jimmy was always great and it was everybody else's fault, fine. State us the reasons, and then let's see how you do in an argument or debate, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, just call a spade as much as you guys can. Don't be a homer. Because me, I was the biggest. I'm telling you right now, I'm a huge Fred Warner fan, right? Huge Fred Warner fan. Am I proud of him this season? Not necessarily. But if me and you can agree to disagree on if Fred Warner is a big problem or not, that's fine. We don't have to kill each other about it. But at the end of the day, I think that we have different approaches to that whole situation. But at the end of the day, it isn't completely Fred's fault. I don't think that neither of us are saying that. But at the end of the day, we just, I don't know. I think that we have that problem of being a homer, being biased towards the situation, or we just like to baby a certain player because of style. It's like,
well, to your point, Panor, not to interrupt you, but to your point.
No.
You like Fred Warner, right? But you love Fred Warner. He's your guy.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean you're always going to be happy with what he puts on the field in every game. But it doesn't mean you dislike him. It just means that you're not going to be biased. You're going to, if the guy you like the most does a dumb play, you're going to mention it. You're going to bring it out. Doesn't mean you're going to dislike him. Doesn't mean you're going to talk crap about him. It just means that, hey.
Well, just to be fair, because whoever's listening to this, they know me in the comment section. I am totally the guy that will bash you. So I'm not the right guy to say that, oh, yeah, I'm a good person.
But
No, I'm a bad person when it comes
would
down
you bash
to
a person you like
opinion.
though? Like, would you ever bash Fred Warner?
Oh yeah, well, okay. I to be honest with you, I have bashed Fred Warner before in certain games.
Okay.
In the beginning of the season, there were certain games where I felt like he was responsible for a lot of bad things. Um, Not just even being in the right position on the field. Sometimes you were in the wrong position. You wouldn't look at the pulling guards that were going. You would stay or you would keep your eyes in the backfield rather than going to the running lane and reading your reads correctly. Sometimes he does some things that I didn't like in the beginning of the season, right? He's been playing way better, by the way. He's been playing way better from the beginning of the season. But anyways, I have bashed him. And I have to be honest with you because I can't be a fake person. You know, that's just not who I am. If I'm telling you I hate Jimmy, I hate Jimmy. If I tell you I have crapped on Warner before, I have done that. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I have to do my best to not be biased too. You know, as much as I could say like I hate Jimmy, right? The thing is, at the end of the day, hate is a strong word, and I don't necessarily feel like I really do hate him. I just say I hate him, you know. So I don't necessarily know if I do or don't. But all I know is
you hate his play on the field. I don't think you hate him as a person.
No, not as a person. You know, no. Jimmy's whatever. I mean, he never, talked to my sister. You know.
Yeah. So you just hate his play on the field as a player, not as a.
Yeah. I guess you could say that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So, you hate his dumb interceptions.
Jimmy hasn't done bad in the last two games, right? The last two games, I don't think Jimmy has really done bad at all. But I'm not going to sit here and just because I don't like him as a player, I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. You know, no, Jimmy was not the reason why we lost this game in particular, but he isn't why we won this game in particular either. You know, I have to be honest with myself and with everybody else on what I see. You know, and I think that the problem is, okay, think of two circles in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
One circle is full of Trey Lance stands, and the other circle is full of Jimmy stands. The Trey Lance stands, to me, I think that they hate Jimmy regardless, and they'll always say he did bad, even though he didn't do that bad in the game, and in fact, he did a little bit above average, you know? But they're biased towards that situation because they still want Trey to play.
Correct.
And then on the other side, you have the Jimmy stand saying that, well, you know what, we can't have Trey come in because he's not ready, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, for me, it's just like I'm in the damn middle. You know, I'll just say it how I see it. You know, I don't think that playing Trey from the beginning to now, I don't think it would have hurt us. And I think he would have grew as a player. I mean, look at Lawrence right now. Look at Justin Fields right now. Look at Mac Jones right now. With all them playing, it allowed them to enhance their level of play, and they're actually starting to figure out ways to win. You know. And with me, I'm stuck to where, you know, I need to figure out how to be a better person sometimes as a fan. Because I'm going to be honest with you, even today when we're on First Take, I was still calling people idiots in there, you know. But the thing is, that's just how I feel. But do I think of you as a person that's an idiot as a person? No, I just think that your football knowledge to me is somewhat, you know,
idiotic.
Is idiotic. You know, but like sometimes I could be a little bit too bad. And the reason why I'm telling this because I can't come off and just act like I'm a good person all the time. No, I'm a very nasty person sometimes, especially on Twitter. But I have to be real with you because, you know, I don't know. I can't stand lying to somebody, you know, especially you. I think that you make great content, and I actually do watch your content whenever I can. You know, we have so many Niner channels.
No, absolutely.
So many Niner channels, bro. It's impossible to watch everybody's stuff.
I like to tell people this. I can accept somebody being rude, but I can't accept somebody lying to my face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I rather if you're going to be rude, that's fine, but don't lie. To me, that's more disrespectful than anything. Is when especially when you know what I mean. It's like, you know, hey, if you're harsh, you're harsh. If you're real, but you know, as long as you keep it at 100 every day with everybody, then it's just who you are. But yeah, I'd rather have somebody be rude than a liar, man. Just liars. You know, it's just something about lying in your face, bro. It's just,
I feel that.
You know, they say one nice thing in your face and they're talking crap on, you know, yeah, bro, that gets my blood sugar going. But if you're just straightforward, it's who you are, man. And, you know, it's just who you are. You know, some people are like that. They're very
Yeah.
strong-willed, and they express how they feel, how they feel it, and they don't mean to be disrespectful. They just express it that way, and you just gotta go. I mean, I don't know. In football, you can't have thin skin. You have to have thick skin. As long as there's no personal attacks. Like if I make a comment, and you're like, man, that was a stupid comment. You're a moron. Well, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna take that offensive. I'm like, all right, let's see why I was a moron. And if you can legitimately explain to me why I was, then I'm like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But I'm not gonna be offensive. Oh, he called me a moron. I can't do shows no more. I'm not going live anymore because Panor called me. No, you can't have a thin skin. You have to have thick skin when you, especially in football, man. You know what I mean? People are gonna say what they say. Don't take it personal, bro. I mean, if you are who you are, and I'm like, this guy's just crazy today, I'm just gonna chuck it and laugh and just dismiss it. But I know that's how Pinor is. I know how Luke Luna is. I know how everybody is. We all have our personalities, man, and we can't take it personal unless you straight up make it personal. Then you should never take it personal, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Luke Luna's in the comments right now.
Oh yeah, he's giving you.
Pinor does this.
Yeah, he said
Luke Luna's a good guy, man.
He is.
He's always in the comments, spitting whatever he thinks.
Well, he's another one that keeps it real, bro. He's another one that keeps it real. He'll tell you the way he thinks, whether you like it or not.
I met him on TV. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's not gonna lie. He's not gonna lie to you, bro. He's gonna tell you if you're an idiot, you're an idiot. If you're cool, you're cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I mean, some people are just nicer than others, man. And some people, what I mean by nicer, is just the way that they word their words around. But it doesn't mean that people are jerks. It's just strong-willed people, man. There's a lot of them. If you've ever been to New York, bro, people will bump into you in New York and never apologize for bumping into you.
Yeah.
They'll just keep on walking.
I'm going there very soon.
Yeah. New York people, man. I tell people, you've been in New York, they'll bump into you and like nothing. They'll be on their phone, bro. They don't sit there and go, oh, I'm sorry. They'll just keep walking like nothing. And you're like, dang, excuse me? They don't even trip on you. But that's normal. I mean, it wasn't nice that they touch you, but if you're going to get butthurt because you got bumped and they didn't say sorry, I'm like, really? You know what I mean? It's like, come on. It's like the kid that every time he gets picked on, he goes to the teacher. You know, it's like, hey, you know what? Fight back. You know, don't go to the teacher and cry, But anyway, that's a whole different show. But hey, bro, I truly appreciate you being on here, man. You got to be on here more often. I got to bring you on a live, bro. You got to come in one of my shows on a live and.
I can't wait. I actually have a lot of, believe me, everybody has been asking me to be on the show. I ain't gonna put any names out there, and if they watch this, they'll know who they are. But a lot of people have been begging me to do a show with them, which I'm very open to. I actually have a list of names of people I have to do a show with. Actually, But
well, shit, I didn't know you were a high demand.
I plan on doing No, I swear, dude. I swear, I am not lying. They know who they are, dude. I had to tell them in my DMs, no, I can't do it just yet.
Do I got to take a number?
Well, I'll tell you. No, I'll do a randomizer. But no, for real though, whenever I start my channel, I plan on doing a lot of collaborations then and there. I enjoy the Niners community. I'll collab with anybody. It's just, for me, I want to start my channel first, reveal who I am, reveal my face, reveal everything, and then afterwards I'll collab with anybody, anytime. No charge, and I don't care what time it is. I'll be open and available. So.
Well, I like the idea that you're going to start your own channel. That's good.
Yeah. I definitely don't. I don't respect my knowledge of the game right now, and I certainly have other things going on that I have to attend to before I would start a channel full time, because I don't want to go into it with the halftime of, I came from work, or I came from school, or I came from this. No, I want to do it full time. That way, in the off season, whenever things are perfect and I have the time to do it, that's when I will provide that channel that I want to do. But I just have to learn how to not cuss and things like that, because I have that problem of getting crazy after a game. So.
Well, you done good here. You'll do it.
Yeah. I always have to tell myself, okay, Jesse Naylor told me don't cuss, don't cuss. Like, because Jesse was the first guy that told me, like, not necessarily, don't explain to people how I feel, but just you don't have to cuss and be rude and be too rowdy.
To get your point out, yeah.
Come with respect. And from Jesse, he didn't have to say it exactly that way, but I took it that way. And Jesse's a great guy, and I think that he represents what you should be doing as far as collaborating with people in the community. Because he's 100% guy to me.
Correct. And then Luke Luna said to tell you, he says, tell Penor when he's just doing some pure football takes. I like when he's talking all football. That's from Luke Luna right there, bro.
Nice. I love it.
So
I love when I have an average night.
Real quick, like Jesse said, you can express how you feel. You can get things out without having to be disrespectful or using cuss words. There's other ways. I know that when you're really passionate and you're really into a topic, sometimes things can slip out. You know what I mean? And I've seen people cuss here and there. You know what I mean? But as long as you're on top of it, the most part, you'll be fine. I can't wait for you to do your show, man. Check it out and hear you do your thing. I always encourage, like me, I'm a retired vet, bro. I'm a retired vet. Mm-hmm. I don't work anymore. My kids are all grown up, so my wife doesn't want me in bothering her. So I come to my office and I come on here and do my shows and do my thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I just have a talk. Whoever wants to talk back talks to me. And to me, if I have 10 followers or 100 followers, it doesn't really matter, as long as I love to do what I do. And if people talk to me, fine. If I talk to myself, it won't be the first time. So so it's all fun and I enjoy this. So once you get your show going, bro, run with it, bro. Do your thing and learn from certain people. Take criticism from other and build and make yourself better. Like I told you that day we were talking with Bashar, healthy criticism's good. That's how you learn.
Oh yeah, I remember that night.
Yep. With healthy, you can't learn if you don't take criticism. Yep. Mm-hmm. So
that's true.
But anyway, bro, I'm gonna let you go, bro. I'm gonna end the show. I've been on here for an hour and a half, but it was a pleasure talking to you, bro. You have a wonderful night, man, and we got to do this again.
Definitely. I plan on doing a show with you in the future, man. In the off season, I will I'll definitely do a collab with you and then whenever in the future afterwards. So
sounds good.
Have a good night.
All right, brother. You have a good night, brother. That was Penor speaking truth. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Everybody on the show, you guys have been amazing. Took one call, but that's all good. It was Penor, so it was a night for Penor to speak his mind. Luke Luna has been very active in the chat. Luke Luna, thank you. Everybody, Tony Smith, Edward Brittle, my boy, Leather Truth 05. Everybody that tuned in. I'm not going to get everybody's name. Eric Boss, everybody that tuned in tonight, thank you for being part of my live tonight on a Saturday night. Enjoy the game tomorrow. It's a 10 a.m. game tomorrow, so don't sleep in. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's kick some butt. Let's beat the Jaguars, and then let's talk football after the game tomorrow, and hopefully it will be a great conversation like it was when we beat the Rams. Go Niners. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are awesome. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting the Niners Sickness and my podcast. You guys are awesome. What's up, Ram House? How you doing, sir? I am about to close shop, but thank you for stopping by, bro. Good luck tomorrow. Oh, no, you are on a bye. You guys have a bye. So, Ram House, enjoy football tomorrow and watch other teams win and lose as your team spends it on a bye. Luke Luna says, Beto, I'm going to text you for some. All right. You got it, brother. All right, everybody. Good night. God bless. And we'll see you on the next Niners Sickness podcast. Peace. Go Niners.